G'day YouTube, and g'day South East Queensland Lids for Kids. What we have here is we have two milk lids. Okay, and inside the milk lids we have these. These are the freshness seals. Okay, but I call these the God bits. So when you go to Mass, Body of Christ, that's the God bit. There are some milk lids that don't have it, and some do, but majority of them they do. So as I'm doing this Lids for Kids in Southeast Queensland, I'm helping them. What happens is you amass a few. That's only like maybe half a bag. I got another bag, and we've probably got another bag outside as well. So I don't know, there's probably like a 1,000 in probably that bag there alone. Haven't counted, but I don't know, just having a guess. Well, so what I've thought I might do is I might make an elastic figure. Okay, my mother-in-law just passed away, and we had been discussing what we can do with the God bits. Like, there must be a use for them. Well, so we're going to attempt to make a figure for the funeral. So what I've done is I was just trying to think of a way I can actually drill in the center, a hole in the center. So I've 3D printed this little holder. So all we do is we get a bunch of God bits, and we just insert them into here. What we do is we just put this in a vise. So we've got a little flat here, so that'll just sit in. I've predetermined that there's a hole here. I just need to drill out the hole. So I was going to go with the drill bit about that size. I don't know, probably 1 millimeter or 1.5 mil or 2 mil, something like that. So what we'll do is we'll drill through there. Then that should be in the center for all the other ones. So as long as I put all the other God bits in and drill the hole, should be fine. I've just got the 3D printed God holder in the vise, sitting down on the little flat here. To tell you the truth, it doesn't matter if it's cockeyed or whatever, because basically all we really need is the center of the God bit. So what we do is we just stick them in. Well, before we do that, we just go through and just check to see if they look alright. Because sometimes that when you pull them out of the milk lid that has mold and rubbish on there, you can clean that off, but because I have literally thousands of them, we can pick and choose. We stick that down in there. If anyone wants this the file to make this, then I'm quite happy to share it. straight through. Then, and we have a hole in the center. All I need to do now is go through and make a few of these. Then we will have a go at trying to stitch them together. Not stitch them together literally, but it's, yeah, so just like that, just stick them in. You'll get to a point where you can't stick any more in. It's probably getting there now. Yeah, a bit too many in there. That's good YouTubing, isn't it? See the back of my hand? Look. Anyway, so I bought this elastic. This is for hats, when you put a hat on. Anyway, so this is good enough for our purpose. So basically all we need to do is we just need to just thread it onto here. Just basically like one after the other. So what we will have to do here is we'll have to tie, put a special one in the end here, so we can actually tie it on. Then when we pull it tight, it'll be fine. So either we do that one or we do the other one at this end here, either that end or this end, it doesn't really matter. That's all I've got so far. I think it looks alright. I'll keep going. Okay, I'm back. Anyway, so what we've done here is we've tied this one up here. We've put the elastic string all the way through to the back and tied it onto this back one here. Alright, so that's good. I've sort of leveled it to about the same height. Okay, so we were sort of having a bit of a think, and this is not too bad. I did think that, well, I was sort of having a thought of how do I continue the body upwards. I thought about using just the just these seals, the Godness seals, but that looked to me, I think that looks a little bit funny. Anyway, so what I come up with is I'm going to put the milk bottle on the top here, and that will make a nice looking body, I think. Then what we'll do is we'll just put some hands out the side here, either side. I'm not 100% sure whether I'm just going to lay the freshness seals around here, but I think that would be alright too. I know, just to cover the milk bottle up. And I'm going to put a head up here, so I'll just remove this and I'll just put some sort of like or maybe polystyrene ball or something in there, and we'll see when we get there. But I think that's how I'm going to do it. But well, we thought to ourselves, how about if we try and get the leg to sort of stay there, because at the moment it's not going to stay because of the elastic. Alright, and I thought, how can I fix that? The only way I can fix that is if I put a piece of wire down the center, and that could allow it to actually stay bent in shape. So I think I'll probably do that. I do like the idea of the elastic. It's pretty funky. But I don't think we're going to be able to get it to actually sit on the edge of a table without some sort of wire in there to help us bend it. Right, so we'll probably use this wire here. So what I'll do is I'll make another one similar to this, and we'll give it a go and see what it's like. I've been able to thread the wire through all the way to the end, and it does sort of bend in shape. I'm thinking that we might have to do it twice. Run like 2 lots of wire down, because I think that might be the go. A little bit more resistance, because we're still a little bit flexy. What I'm going to do is I'm going to probably maybe look at putting some marbles in here. That way it gives a little bit of weight, so I could sit down, because once I have the other leg on here, it'll be a bit heavier. I mean, a bit light. If I didn't have the marbles, it'd be a bit light and it'd just like fall off the edge. But I think that will look alright. I'll have to get the final approval from the missus, but I think that'll be pretty good. Something like that, I think. Then we'll just put some arms on there, and I think, I'm not sure whether, yes, not sure in the end what it'll look like. Might look a bit funny, eh? You can sort of see where I'm going. Sort of looks like a person-ish. Maybe these are a little bit... Maybe I wouldn't have necessarily used those for an arm, but it's possible. Maybe I could just glue them on there, or something like that. It's worth considering. I've had some success. So what we've done here is we've actually put the wire as a loop. Okay, fed it through these 2 holes here from the inside outwards. Okay, the trick I found here was to actually put the light source my light here, this one, put this up against the back and feed the wire through, bend the end of the wire, and it pretty much come through. I was struggling there for a while. So all we do is we just pull it through and we just twist the wire. And this will give us a nice, I'll twist it like this one here. This will just give us a nice leg forming ability. To make it easier, just stick something in between the two bits of wire and give it a twist. Just make sure that you, as you do it, just bring your slide this down before you get too wound up. Otherwise you'll actually wind it in there. We have more than ample length, as you can see. So what I'm thinking about doing here is, this is why I've attached the, not attached, but this is the way that I'm stopping the white guide bits from actually falling off by just folding over the wire. Make it at 90 degrees, that'll be secure there. But what I thought about doing is, what I'll do is I'll just glue a couple of these on over the end here. That way it'll be nice and secure. And if I ever wanted to take it off for some reason, all I know is I just pry off the last one, then we're good to go. Anyway, so all I need to do now is start threading leg bits on. Sometimes you'll get the center, and sometimes they'll just not quite find the center and they'll want to try and make its own center. And we're just going to glue this these guide bits here, just to make it flush, because I think it'll look a little bit better that way, because it's just sort of hanging out in the middle of nowhere. And I think the weight on there will be alright. Maybe a little bit thicker wire would have worked a bit better, but that's what I got. And possibly if we had a little bit of sculpting out of the guide bits here, we might, or even if I had put the legs a little bit further forward, I think that may have been a little bit better. Yes. I think that could have been better if the legs were, I drilled it, I put them up here. Bit further forward would have been ideal. Okay, this is where we've got to with our project, is that I have stuck some the guide bits on. So what this will allow us to do is, at the funeral, or before the funeral, what we'll do is we'll just write on some words, like "Grammy, I love you," or things like that. Just stuck these on with the hot melt glue gun. It seems to be sticking alright. Okay, I've put down in the center here, I'll put some beads. Just put some of these baking beads, or baking balls, whatever you want to call them. It's just when it's sitting on the edge, it's just a bit light. So it needs some weight to just basically sit on the edge. Otherwise the legs will just make it tip over. I need to probably almost fill it up to give it a good weight anyway, because it still looks like it's going to wanting to topple over. Yeah, so that's one of the things. I had to move the leg. The leg was originally on the side here, and it was just too, yeah, you couldn't work it, so I had to move it. Moved it around the front, so I think it's sitting much better than what it was before. Okay, we'll talk about the arms. Originally I was going to go with the idea of probably the arms that sort of look a bit like that, but I think that's I think the arms are just a bit long. So I've been told probably cut the arms down in half. So probably out here would probably be best. I'm going to try and put the wire in here again, so we'll just have a bit more of a bendable arm. This time what I might try and do is I might try and bend the wire over, have two bend it over into 4, or run the wire up and down 4 times. That way, or maybe even 3, I'll have to give it a go and just see how that will work. Okay, the next update we've got is I've got one hand on, well arm and hand. We're not going to actually put a hand on. Anyway, so what I've done here is I've actually I've got 2 lots of wire, and I've just run it through twice. Drill a hole and run 2 bits of wire through, then just twisted them. 2 bits of wire like that, one in there, then it's just basically like that. Then we twisted it around, and that's what we got there. Alright, anyway, so what we do now is we just slide on our guide bits. Okay, just up here we've got the just this little bit of wire that doesn't quite sit in flush. So what I have to do is, just on the back of the guide bit, is I just got to make a bit of a slot, just a bit of a cut. That, and on the other side. Just so when we push it up, it'll just sit over the top. Pretty much like that. And now all we do is we just put on all our other our white bits. Just like that. So anyway, so when we get to the end, I'll show you, but basically what I do is I just fold it over, then I just put on another bit over the top, and it just covers the covers it, so it just won't, so you won't cut yourself and it just won't fall apart. Alright, so that's basically where we are at the moment. So what I'm going to do is that I've done the head. What we do is we just screw that on. And that's the head. I think it looks alright. Okay, that's the next arm on. So we've got the 2 legs, the 2 arms, and the head. I think that's not too bad. And all we do is we just write on here. You can write on the hands. You could write on the feet. Like walk in heaven or something like that. And yeah, so I think all we need to do is maybe try and put a face on there, possibly. And if we don't put a, we'll have to put a face. Not sure if we'll actually use her picture. I think a picture probably would be better, but so need to get a picture, and we'll put some black hair in there, I think. But I think that's come out pretty good. It's all hot melt glued together pretty much. The polystyrene head's just glued. I just cut out the inner part of the milk lid. Just cut the inner part of the milk lid out. cut a flat bit on the bottom of the head, and just basically ran the glue around the inside here. So that'll be alright. I did that so we can screw the head on. I mean, I thought about just recessing it into the bottle, but I think that was much better called. What do you think? Do you think it looks like a spaceman? Possibly a little. Starting to resemble it.